morning and happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to Wake Up Legendary. I am your special host to kick off the week today. My name is Joanne. I am the marketing director here with Legendary Marketer. And before we bring on today's guests, let's do a couple housekeeping items. If I could talk this morning, that would be fantastic. If you are brand new to the show and you would like to receive text reminders when we are going live, all you need to do is text the letters WUL to 813-296-8553. You'll get a reminder Monday through Friday, just a couple minutes right after we go live on Facebook with our daily interview. It hasn't come in yet, but I'm sure it will within the next couple minutes. But it's a great way to get the reminder, see who's coming on, hop on, get your morning, whatever your time zone is, afternoon dose of inspiration, education. A lot of these are mini mastermind conversations, quite honestly. What's working right now? What's worked for someone else? How did they overcome roadblocks that you might be experiencing? And all of those awesome things. Next, there's been a lot of questions about how to get the legendary merch. I got my t-shirt on this morning. Head over to belegendary.shop. We have a variety of legendary merch from hats, t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, phone cases, towels, you name it, it's in there. Head on over to belegendary.shop and grab your legendary merchandise. All right. We got people commenting. Good morning, Alexis. It's your first time joining. Welcome to the show. I love it. And without further ado, from 0 to 32,000 followers, work from home mom of two. Welcome, Haley, to the show. Good morning.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay,
Happy Monday.
Happy Monday to you. Yeah. I'm excited.
So where are you joining us from this morning?
I live in Kansas City, Missouri, the
Okay.
KC Metro on the Missouri side.
On the
At
Missouri
home.
side. Awesome. Sounds good. So I know you were already working from home. You've had a successful MLM, correct? If I have
Yes.
the background right. So
Yeah.
let's go back to the start. You were a nurse, is that correct? Prior?
Yes. Yeah, I'm a registered
So
nurse
you
as
were a
well.
nurse, and then what happened to where you even started looking and found the MLM? Like where you were looking for something else?
I graduated nursing school in 2012. So it's been, oh my gosh, almost 11 years.
Wow.
And within my first year, I was like 22. I was burnt out after a year. I worked in the ICU. It was very intense. I met my now husband like 1 month into my career, and I was like, I'm gonna marry this guy. We're gonna have kids. Like,
Right.
I moved states a year later. I was like all in, and I was like, I don't want to do this long term. And at the time, I saw another nurse who was making money online, and that's kind of what inspired me to jump into it back in 2015 was when I actually started my first MLM.
Okay. So your first MLM, have we been through multiple?
Two.
Two. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's I want to go through this evolution. What made you
Sure.
switch in from one to the next?
I was in a business from 2015 to 2018.
Mhm.
I was working really hard. I was working as a nurse, and I did not have kids yet. I was working probably 20 or more hours a week on this MLM business, and I was getting lots of flashy like recognition and stuff, but
Mhm.
my bank account was not reflecting that. And I didn't know any better. It was the first thing I had ever been a part of. And I saw someone who I had known from social media posting about another product, and I thought it was ridiculous, but something made me reach out. And I, at this point, it was 2018. I had just had my first baby,
Okay.
and I reached out. I tried it. I was going to tell everybody how it didn't work, and I ended up loving it and saw how much success she was having in this company. And so I went with her, and she's now one of my best friends, and she's doing Legendary now too.
Oh,
So
I love it.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
So then the world happened. Something happened. Some things happened.
yeah,
You that MLM, which is multi-level marketing, guys. It's
yes,
like your own business, but it's
oh
not your own business because it's really someone
yeah,
else's that you're licensed under. You basically, if they disappear, you're gone, right? Um, and that's where you're more reaching out to friends and family, and you got to
yeah,
make your list and have three-way calls and all of that.
yes,
Those are
yes,
pretty
yes.
common, those types of things that you hear about. So what were you looking for something? Were you looking for something else that wasn't an MLM? Were you just looking for anything as an option to stay home? And then how did you end up finding Legendary?
So in 2020, I ended up leaving nursing.
Mhm.
My network marketing or multi-level marketing business it grew a lot in the pandemic, like
Mhm.
150% or something. It changed our world. Was making six figures. It was great. 2021 was even better. Had another baby in 2021 in September, and 2022 just got really challenging. And I
Mhm.
had I don't want to say preached. I had talked a lot about, like I do this for time freedom because I left nursing. I want to be home with my kids.
Right, right.
Um, and you see a lot of that with MLM, like time freedom, financial freedom. Um, and life happened in 2022. In April, I found out my dad had cancer, and in May,
Mhm.
he passed away.
Oh,
And
I'm so
so
sorry.
showing up on, yeah, showing up on social media at that time was really hard.
Yeah.
And I felt like, "Oh, I have to keep showing, like at this point, I have a team. I have to be showing up on social media.
Right,
I have people like counting on me. There's weight that comes with that success."
right,
And I was just like, I was trying, and it was like, it's not authentic. Like, I'm grieving, I'm sad. Like, I'm like, what just happened? I
right.
think he was 7 months old at the time. And so for the rest of 2022, what kind of happened was my business followed that, right? Because
Right.
I needed to step back, and I learned quickly with that business model, if you're not present and showing up, at the intensity that I was when I was making great money, everything kind of followed. So I spent most of 2022 looking for other ways to make money because I was like, we need multiple streams of income. That's something I had always said when I left nursing. I no longer had a
Right.
multiple stream of income.
Right.
And so I just hadn't found anything. And so I spent a lot of money on courses. I
Mhm.
dabbled in doing some like advertising for small businesses that I spent like
Okay.
$3,000 on a course that we really didn't have at the time.
Mhm.
I made a little
Mhm.
bit of money with it, but it was a very challenging year. So 2023 came, and me and my husband were like, all right, this is our year. It's a new year. We can like start fresh. And I saw Emily or M Walcott, I
Mhm.
can't say your last name,
Yep, that's how
talking
it is.
about
Yep.
how 2022 was such a hard year for them, and how she was just
Mhm.
sharing her story, and how they had to cancel all their subscriptions, and they lost
Mhm.
their internet. And it resonated so much because I was like, we literally canceled all of our subscriptions. We stopped going out on date nights because my income was cut in half, 50% from
Right.
2021 to 2022. And
Yeah.
we made do without me having to go back to work. Like it was very challenging. So I saw her sharing about this, and I was like, okay, what is it? So I got her ebook. I got the course like immediately, and I dove in. I think I did like day 1 through 3 the first day that I got it, and I just jumped in, and I was sold. And that was in January. So I've been here ever
Wow.
since. Yeah. It's been a
So,
journey.
yeah, you know what? It's really isn't about like, hey, we need more money. It was
Right.
about my goal is I have two little ones and I'm going to do whatever it takes. I'm going to
Yes.
try all the doors, right? Because I think
Yes.
you even like dabbled in Amazon and
Yeah.
you did you went out and you were open to try new things and see
100%.
if it
Yeah.
fit you. And I think
Yeah.
that's really important to go, you know what? And that's what I love about the challenge too. For $7, you get to decide, is this does this fit me? You know? Oh, I think we lost Haley. Haley's frozen on my end. Is she frozen for you guys? She's definitely frozen on my end. Or did you guys lose me? Jaylyn, Roxy, did I go? Okay, she's frozen. All right. Hopefully Haley will be back. We'll pop her off till she hops right back in here. So what I think is important, first of all, thank you for the comments about this weekend's email that some of you, hopefully most of you received. If you haven't taken a look, I talk about call to actions, how to vary them up, and how to grow your community, how to grow your following beyond just asking for a sale all the time. So to the comments that thanked me for and that they saw value in that, I'm so happy to hear. I love that. If you haven't checked it out, go check out your weekly email from Legendary that hit your inbox yesterday. What I love about Haley's story so much is she didn't have boundaries of no. It was, well, let's check this out. Let's see what this does. And I think even when you commit like, oh, I want to start a digital marketing business, I want to go all in with this, there's still so many doors as you move through this. You can't limit yourself. You can't go, okay, I'm only going to do this. I saw one person that was successful, so I'm just going to completely copy them all together. You've got to be able to open your mind as you're learning and go, how does this fit for me? How does this work for me? And that's when you're really going to stand out. That's when you're really going to make it your own. Haley's back. We're so excited.
No idea what happened. Can you hear me okay?
I can. You
Just
are
not on my
all
phone.
good.
Okay.
I was just talking about how I loved how ultimately you didn't put boundaries and restrictions on yourself. No matter where you said yes, you just kept going down that path to really evaluate it for yourself. And I think even people that go through the challenge that say yes to starting a digital marketing business online, at somewhere along the line, we start saying no. We start putting up walls. We start going into a box and saying, I only can do A, B, and C. And if those three things don't work, I'm out. But it's like you've already committed to months of your time. Let's go all in and really test things and be open. And like, does any of that resonate with you? What comes to mind as you hear that from me?
When you're talking about time, I think it comes down to like comparison. So I was thinking about this earlier, like, especially I see a lot of people in the Legendary pages like commenting like, oh, it's been this long and I haven't made a commission or whatever the comment is. And I think we start comparing our timeline to other people's timeline. And same with like, there were people that had a great 2022 and had a, very successful financial year and all of those things. And I think the second you start comparing is when that's when you fall off, and that's when you get into that negative space and then you quit, right? You stop trying. So just sticking like to your own journey, knowing your timeline looks different, and it doesn't matter to put a deadline on something that could be massive, like really change your life like this. To put a deadline on it and be like, well, if it didn't happen by that day, I'm done. When you could be like, it could be 2 weeks from the time you quit that you really,
right.
start seeing success.
I think the deadline. Let's talk the deadline.
Yeah.
I'm going to give this 4 weeks. I've heard that a couple of times. I'm going to give this 3 weeks. I'm going to give this 90 days. And what I challenge those people, what I want you to go back, if you've given yourself a deadline and you're getting close or you're past the deadline, that's putting the responsibility outside of you. What did you do in those 90 days? Have you looked at your content in the 90 days? Did you make any changes, or is it the exact same piece of content with the same angles, the same call to actions, no audience that's identifiable? Nobody knows your story. Like, did you really go all in, or did you just do the bare minimum and then go, didn't work. But at some point, you got to be really honest with yourself, so to speak. Have you ever had that like self conversation? Like, you know what? I need to make an adjustment here with how I create content or how I speak to and view prospects and viewers.
Yeah. So I get on these calls a lot. I listen to any trainings that pop up. So I've been on, I've listened to obviously M because she's who I saw when I
Right.
started.
Right.
Josh Davis, is that his name? Josh Smith, the dad
Yep.
entrepreneur.
Mhm.
And there was someone else, and they all had said, because I'd asked, like in my videos, I had asked questions, and a lot of times people will respond and give you advice. And they had all said, you should start new accounts for your affiliate marketing.
Mhm.
And I was like, I have 32,000 followers on this account that I've built.
Right.
But that account is for my network marketing business, and I share a lot of recipes and mom stuff. So I
Mhm.
started sharing affiliate stuff, and it wasn't getting any engagement. And it was like, because people are confused. They're
Mhm.
like, what are you sharing all of a sudden? And
Right.
so I had been told this 3 times by people who were having a lot of success, and I was not being coachable, as I like to call it. And I was just like, well, I'm not going to do that. And so I just kept posting. And so then I saw Chelsea,
Mhm.
don't know how to say her last name, but I saw her on one of the Wake Up Legendaries, and she started the same time I did.
Mhm.
So side note with the comparison, like I have not had the
Right.
success she has, but it does not matter.
Right.
And
Right.
I let her inspire me. I'm like, if she can do that, like I can do this. But she got on and she was talking about how she started all new accounts back in January when she signed up, probably because she was being coachable and doing what people that had had success told her. And she's having massive success, and she's built these followings just for her affiliate marketing business. And so for some reason, when I heard it that 4th time, I was like, okay, I got to go make my new
Mhm.
accounts and start posting on those. And everything has just felt more like in flow and better and like at ease, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this business is, I'm all of a sudden like, there's more commissions rolling in, there's high tickets rolling in. And I'm like, okay, like let's listen to what the people who have had success say. And even though it was uncomfortable, because Chelsea had a Instagram that had like 65,000 followers or something.
Right.
She
Right.
started brand new, and I was like, okay, I'm 3 months in, but like we're gonna do it. We're gonna try it. And sure enough, so being honest with yourself, like, am I being coachable? Am I doing the things? Am I taking the advice and implementing that I hear other people
Mhm.
sharing and that sort of thing? And I'm usually a very coachable person, and I was like, wow, you are not being that. So
You know, and it's building your audience and trust and not switching on your audience and offer.
yeah.
But the other thing I think a lot of people overlook is you have to build trust with the platform,
Mm-hmm.
with the algorithm, with the computer that's scanning your account. If TikTok bots, whoever it is that decides where your content goes for the algorithm, can't figure out who you're talking to, or you keep switching it, they go, oh, they got some shit to handle and figure out first before I'm going to throw it on the For You page.
Yes. Yes.
And it's not a real person that's determining that, but it's scanning content and going, oh, this one just called out moms. This one now is looking for a totally different age group. This one's now looking for working parents. And it doesn't match. They can't find your audience for you to push out your content to.
Yeah.
They need to have, like, the bot needs to have like clear guidelines. It knows exactly what you're trying to do and who you're trying to reach, who your content is for. And if you're too broad, it can't figure it out. And if you're hopping around, it's like, oh, this person's a mess. So I'm not going, it's not safe to put this content out to the masses.
Right.
So you have to, and if you've had an account where you're jumping all over the place, you probably should start over.
Yeah.
Because you've already told the algorithm that you don't know who you're talking to yet. It's huge. It's
Yeah.
huge to dial in your audience. And if you are in the The pet niche. You can't just say, I want all pet lovers. You got to pick a pet for me. At least pick a pet. If you're in the wealth niche, make money online. You can't say anybody that wants to make extra money. You got to dial it in.
Yes.
There's so many different subgroups within any niche that it's crucial to be able to clearly identify who your audience is, who you're trying to reach, and who you are in every piece of content you put out. But how scary was it to start over?
Oh,
Knowing you had a big following, you'd already put so much work into building it up.
Yeah, it was a little frustrating. Well, and like I started a new Facebook page too, and I was like, really? I'm getting like 5 views on my reel. But now just being consistent over the last few weeks, they're up in the hundreds, and my TikTok's up in the like thousands. And it's not even that so much as the engagement on TikTok and Instagram with these newer accounts. I'm not getting massive views, which honestly is when people reach out, it's kind of encouraging to them because they're like, I see you don't have a huge following and you're doing this and you're making it work. Or I see you don't have viral videos, but you're doing this and you're making it work. And I'm like, you don't need viral videos. You need to know who you're talking to and getting those people engaged and watching and commenting and following and all of those things. So that's been fun, but it was hard.
That is I think that's the hardest pill to swallow, is get over the vanity metrics.
Yes.
Vanity metrics is just viral views and followers, but you can go buy followers. You can get a ton of followers on your account. You'll never make $1 off of them.
Yep.
And it'll confuse the algorithm of who they're supposed to show your content to. So you probably won't make any money at all, but you got a huge following. But that doesn't equal your bank account.
Right.
It only equals if that following isn't engaged, excited, but a following of 500 that are all about you, a couple hundred all about you that are all in, sending messages and commenting and liking and learning who you are and excited about your next video coming out. That's what ends up depositing into your bank account. That's what gives you the freedom of time. That's what will keep you motivated also to keep going, and you won't care about what your numbers are.
Exactly. It's a lot more fun than just the views too.
Yeah. Well, because now you have a community.
Yeah.
You're not just, you're reaching somebody because somebody's responding back.
Yes, exactly.
Instead of just trolls and random spam comments on a viral video.
Yeah. Crypto bots.
So how has your partner responded to trying different things and and then going, you know what, I know I've done these things over here, but now I'm going to start this, I'm going to go down this path. How did that conversation go?
I am very blessed that he is so supportive. I think he knows that you can make, for years, I didn't make much as far as like an income with, doing network marketing and stuff. But then he saw for a couple of years that it was possible to really make an income online. Like it really did change our life. And so I think that has helped. But through all of that, he supported me. I was still working as a nurse, so I was still bringing income because we just cannot do me staying home without having an income. It just didn't work for us.
Right.
And so he's been so supportive. And last year, he will just say to me, like when I invested in that course for advertising for small businesses, he was like, I know you can do it. Like, cause you see me do it, and he knows like I sit down and I work and I do the things, that I'm not just like buy it and then try for a couple of days and quit.
Right.
And when I started this in January, made a lot of sense to him. We talked about it. We talked about the blueprints, all of that. And he was like, yeah, it makes sense. And it's kind of already in line with what I was doing with network marketing. Like with posting content and stuff. And so, he's been very supportive. We haven't seen a ton of payoff until this month. And all of a sudden, like this morning, he was just like, I don't know what's happening. Like, we just see the income rolling in now. And it's been months that, you know, I could have been like, oh, so-and-so's making this much already. And so-and-so's making, and I was like, I'm getting those commissions. I'm getting those small commissions. I got another commission. And he's like, all right, like it's coming, and just believing. And yeah, I think without that support, it would have been all these years very hard to keep going. So he's probably been the biggest, like played the biggest role in all of this, supporting me and encouraging me to keep going, even when I'm like, he's an engineer. So he's very like,
well, I get that.
Budget, spreadsheets, has to make sense in my brain. And I'm like,
very black and white. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm like, entrepreneur, like let's dream big and meditate and manifest and all this. And he's like, all right, Haley's doing another thing. But he's like, I know she can do it. So,
but you know what? He probably knew that was your personality going in from the start, and that's why he loves you.
Yeah, probably so.
Yeah. All right. I want to answer this question. David, the biggest question I have, whether or not people are making money via actual affiliate marketing, or is everyone just promoting Legendary? So first and foremost, we have thousands of people that come through our course every month. A very small percentage of everyone that goes through our course actually become an affiliate for Legendary. You may be seeing a lot of Legendary affiliates because that's what the algorithm is showing you, because that's what you've told the algorithm you're interested in. So that's a hard thing to balance, is like, wait a minute, this is all I'm seeing. If you go start a new account on TikTok right now, you won't see a drop of it. I promise.
Yep.
Next, almost every third post on Facebook, let's just use Facebook as an example, is a sponsored post. And the majority of those are affiliate offers, whether you realize it or not. So there are tons of ways to be an affiliate marketer, whether you're an influencer. There's lots of different words for it out there. But if there's a link in anyone's bio, they're making a commission. And that's what affiliate marketing is, guys. So yes, it is. A lot of people are making money with a digital marketing business online. Many even focus on just doing coaching or having their own courses. And within those courses, they have affiliate links. It is just the model. It's very common. It's been around a bit and only getting stronger. And people don't even realize it. I saw someone say they never buy anything through a funnel. And I would like to argue that's probably not true. If you've bought any item online, you have been in a funnel. If you've given your email ever, even once, which I think is kind of hard to not do, if you've ever given out your email, you are in a funnel. So I think that's important to realize a few of these things that exist already and have existed. You're learning the skills, how to build those out yourself in any niche that you are excited and passionate about, because everything's for sale and every business needs marketing. And if they can save ad dollars by having affiliates do the promoting for them and pay out commissions on the back end on a guaranteed sale, they're all for it. It is absolutely a way for companies to boost their marketing budget without a lot of risk. So affiliate marketers, digital marketers are absolutely needed. So I needed to address that piece. When you heard that comment, how do you feel? Do you get that question from your own audience sometimes?
I haven't got a lot of it. And maybe it's because I have a newer account. Because I see people saying that, like, oh, you're just promoting a $7 course, or I have people that have taken the course from me, and I have my own Facebook group now, and there are people that are just starting like Amazon storefronts, and that's all they want to do, and that's great. Right. I tell people, I'm like, I think everyone shops on Amazon, don't we? So if you're not an affiliate, like, you should be, because if you're shopping on Amazon, you might as well take a little bit of that commission and share with people what you bought on Amazon. Right. But I haven't had a ton of that pushback yet. But I don't. Again, my accounts are smaller since I restarted. And I'm very targeted towards nurses and stay-at-home moms. So those are kind of the people that I'm chit-chatting with.
So let's talk Facebook group, because that's a beast. People don't realize it's a beast. You definitely have to decide every day you're going to show up now to your group, not just to your social channels, but to your group. When did you decide was the right time to start it? Did you start it with just a few people? Did you collect some waiting to join and then add them? Like, what was your strategy with your group?
I started it right when I started the affiliate marketing, when I like right after I finished the course, the 15-day challenge. Because again, that's what I had seen someone else do, and I didn't really do anything with it. But I did start adding people to it. I have it in my emails to join my group, and I have put my group link into my link on my social pages. And now I am seeing people just funneling in there. Like every day I'm getting a request to join it, and it's just coming through my content, my emails, my links. And I love the Facebook group training that we have. I think it's in the blueprints, but they say like you don't have to post 16 times a day every day of the week, but you do want to be in there giving a lot of value. And so I'm trying to target it to the people in there and saying like, what questions do you have? And then hop on a live so I can answer those, or just give out advice that I'm learning from other people about social media, or how to start, or how to do hooks or call to actions, or just trying to give free value in that group. And then answer their questions, because I was put into a group when I started, and it was really helpful with questions and having other people to talk to.
Yeah, you needed that. You needed that smaller community. So being and creating an environment that's like you, you created your own for someone else. And for someone that may be watching that hates groups, great, then don't start one.
Exactly.
Like connects with you. Don't, that's why I always say start with the platform you love the most, that you connect with, that you just used as a consumer the most. Start there. You're most likely to post more. It's going to be a little easier to use all the features and whatnot. You'll just feel more confident with it, which will then come out. So I know you're on TikTok, you're on Instagram. Are you also using your Facebook? Do you keep that out of it?
My Instagram, I made a new Facebook page. I don't focus as much on that. I get some, I think because it's just getting started, but my new Instagram account posts directly to it. So my Facebook page is still getting like 3 reels a day, and I'm watching it grow. Like the first week I got like no followers. I was not getting any views, but Facebook was just waiting to see like, okay, is she for real? Is she going to keep posting? Is she serious? And who are we sharing her stuff with? And now again, consistency and just putting that content out there. And it's so simple because I'm already posting on the Instagram anyway, the Instagram account, and I have it set up where it automatically uploads. And then it's just a matter of having to go, because I have a personal Facebook, so this is like a business page. But again, my personal Facebook page is very like moms, recipes, my family. I've had some viral videos on there, but it's recipes. So like it just didn't make sense again to try to start to switch over. So
you could like promote like a high-end, products for your kitchen that you use as you're cooking and things like that, right? That would match that niche for someone trying to figure out, what do I do in this niche, right? That would be one way to do it.
Definitely. I have the intention of, I've looked at some like the Our Place pans, because we use those, a lot of that crock pots. I mean, you can do cooking stuff through Amazon. So I'm really passionate about the wealth and the make money online. It's with network marketing again. Like I really want to help women make money online. And so for me, it was like, let's get this going first and really help women, like, especially after what we went through last year, like
change their finances. But I love to cook and I love recipes, and I still post them on those accounts every day. So yeah, I'm like, why would I not do affiliate programs for this stuff?
Yeah, totally. So guys, she created a new Facebook page, which is a business page.
Yes.
Not Facebook terms and conditions only allow you technically to have one personal profile. And then you can make unlimited pages. There's a lot of pages you can create. They're never tied to each other. They don't communicate with each other. You just see it. It doesn't go out to your friends unless you were to share it to your personal profile. But you can make tons of different pages. That's how she chose to set up her account. And on her personal profile, where she also has friends and family, she's sharing recipes and things like that. So there's a lot of confusion about people think Facebook page is the same as a profile, as this, so I wanted to at least clear that up for everyone that's in the comments right now. Was there a roadblock? What was your biggest roadblock when you first started out with this part?
Definitely the comparison that I just talked about. Like, that's what I had to work through. And I was thinking, I'm already on social media. I already make content. I already know what I'm doing, like this. Not that I thought it was going to be easy, but I was like, oh, I'm going to be the next person saying I got like 6 high tickets a day or what, whatever. And my ego, basically, and comparing myself to other people. And then it was like, if people that you're following in this space, like who maybe are promoting Legendary, for example, like are inspiring you to keep going and to do this and that you can do it too, perfect. Like, it's great. Follow them, watch their stuff in moderation. But if you get to a point where it's making you feel bad about yourself, or that you're not doing that, or you're not where they are, then you gotta cancel it. So I unfollowed some people. Find the people that resonate with you, that inspire you, that you can also do this because they're just like you. And that was my biggest. Honestly, it's just been a lot of mindset work, personal development, listening to podcasts, listening to meditations in the morning, and lots of like affirmations. I do a lot of that kind of stuff. So
I think that's huge. I invite everyone to do that.
It's everything.
Mindset is everything, and surrounding yourself to stay motivated, to stay in the right headspace is huge.
Yeah.
Where you put your focus is where your next day comes from almost. And if you are a busy mom or a busy dad, got a 9 to 5, whatever your situation may be, and you only have 30 minutes or you only have an hour a day to put into your side hustle, your digital marketing business, and whatever you're going to do within that. If you spend 50 minutes of it focusing on comparing to everyone else or having a pity party, the 10 minutes you do put into your business aren't going to be so positive, are not going to be so motivating, are not going to be so great. I found at one point my Facebook feed, this was a few years back, was like leaving me in a feeling of dread. And I needed to get rid of the 5 people that were just commenting, even though they were family members, posting something negative every day about the world, the news, the government, whatever it may be. We just went mute and mute and mute and block and unfollow. And soon enough, within a couple days, my entire news feed turned into a place that was motivating, uplifting, made me smile. Yes. You have control over what you see on social media. You just have to tell it what you want to see and what you don't want to see. And if it starts weighing you down, that's not going to help you move forward.
Mine is the same way. I especially like during election years, I have people like network marketing too on my team that are like, well, I've just had to step back from social media because it's just too much right now. And I'm like,
your social media should be your happy place. And like, if you don't like it, you can change it. You can go switch up your algorithm. There's things you can do. And like my mom, I love my mom so much. I have her hidden because the stuff she posts, I'm like, you're driving me nuts. I love you. And she will say, well, did you see I posted this? And I'm like, no, I'll go look at your page, but like, I have you hidden, Mom. And she's like, okay, thanks. I'm like, I don't want to see a lot of the stuff you post. So I'm like, there's a block button, there's a hide. You can still be friends with them, but you can hide. And then if you want to go look at their stuff, you can. But my Facebook page is not negative, my feed, because I have made it that way very intentionally.
Same. I was like, oh, how did, like, all of a sudden something will pop. I'm like, oh, how did you sneak in here?
No.
Right? Hadn't you? Don't ruin my mental space every day. We got to stay focused because I need to use social to continue growing my business or, whatever we're doing, continue to move forward with the right mindset in the right space. Cause it's really easy to get kind of all of a sudden you're in like a dark alley and it's turned into something really wild and crazy, but you just got to tell the algorithm, nope, I don't want any of these people on here or this topic.
Yes.
And take back control.
Agreed.
Don't let it run you. Unfollow is key. And if they're family, just mute them so that you never see any of their stuff. And they still think that you will.
Yep.
Right? You don't have to block them. You don't have to start family drama. Just, mute them. It's all good. And sometimes those are the people we need to mute.
Yes.
If you have fear and there's that little voice telling you you can't do this, or questioning you when doing something new, a lot of times you can identify it. And if you really think about it, to a specific person in your life.
Yeah.
And it might be a brother, might be Aunt Susie, it might be. So mute them so they don't give them a voice anymore. They're controlling your future. They're controlling the decisions and they don't even know they have that control. It's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah. And to just mute it. So what is your piece of advice going back to social media with 2 little ones to stay consistent?
The biggest thing that has helped me, again, I learned from someone who's having a lot of success here, is you don't have to create new, amazing like content every day. You can just create the same type of content for like the next 3 months. And so between that, like the same verbiage, there's some people I follow who do other types of businesses and they use the same verbiage on all their videos, but if they're moms, they might be in the car pickup line in one. They might be making a coffee in the next one. They might be rocking their baby in the next one. They might be doing the dishes. So the things that have helped me the most are I've just tried to video myself during the day. I video myself doing laundry. I video myself in time lapse doing my dishes. Like whatever, putting my makeup on. People really like to watch that for some reason. Washing my face at night with in the car drop-off line when I'm taking my daughter to preschool, like, and then I go back when I have time, usually during nap time, and I put whatever verbiage on there. And sometimes it's like I can't believe it's still news to people that I can video myself for 5 to 10 seconds doing everyday things and make an income online. Like that's a piece of content. And then you can say the same thing, maybe tweak the words a little bit the next day in a video of you vacuuming. Again, if you don't like, that's me.
It's identifying your ideal audience.
Yes.
There's a reason behind it. So if your audience is 50-year-old males and up, you vacuuming is not going to hit their algorithm, right? Even though the messaging is, you may even call out your audience, but the imaging doesn't match. So that's what matches Haley's ideal audience.
Right.
And people want to see everyday things. We're into reality TV. It's just the time of life we're in right now when it comes to marketing and social media. There was a point where everything needed to be like professional looking. As an example, Tarte Cosmetics for all the ladies out there, and for the men. There is a company out there called Tarte Cosmetics, and they do a lot of influencers and things on TikTok. And there was some drama. There was an issue with an influencer, and their CEO came on to explain and apologize. But her explanation video was not a formal CEO in a fancy outfit with a pretty background and perfect lighting. She was putting on makeup in her bathroom. That's how she did a get ready with me to explain their position, their apology, their explanation, very formal company statement, but in a way that still connected to the platform, to the audience, and they got a crap ton of views on it.
I bet.
It was still authentic to what people want to see and engage with. And that's huge.
Yeah.
That's why your videos of everyday life, like Haley's human, Haley's a mom that's dealing with laundry and vacuuming. And if she can do this, I can do this too. It's relating to your audience.
Oh, yeah.
Huge. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you started doing any of the longer videos? Are you seeing those perform for you if you have?
Talking. Yes. Especially in the last like 2 weeks, if I just get on and I'm talking and I try to educate. So whether it's replying to a comment that someone's asked a question, or I'm just explaining something in relation to affiliate marketing or digital, whatever it is on my page, the talking videos. And again, like thousands of views, but not like a million, but lots of engagement. And I think it's just because it's real. It's me just talking, and what people want to hear your voice and want to relate to you and know you better. So yeah. And so the talking ones are usually just a little bit longer anyway, like up to 3 minutes. I haven't done like 10 or anything like that yet.
But even 3 minutes, that's huge. That's big right now. I know that because TikTok's been in the news and they want to prove that they are of value to the world, they're starting to get on making sure the content they're putting on For You page is offering education and entertainment, and they're pushing out longer videos that aren't 7 seconds like it used to be. Right? That was fooling the algorithm. Right now, it's not really working, and that will keep adjusting and changing. And you can allow that to frustrate you in the online space, or you can be like, yes, this is why I love it. My ADD gets fed. I get something new, try something new. This works with me, and go for it. The ideal length, I would play around with different lengths, Michelle. And do, like Haley said, the same really piece of value, the same topic, just present it in a variety of different ways and see what your audience gravitates to. So I want to leave you with the last word, Haley. For anyone brand new in the challenge, what's your piece of advice that are still skeptical, worried, scared, all the things of emotions? What's your advice to them?
I would just say to keep going. You're in the right space. I believe anyone can make money and make a living online. There is nothing special about anyone who's already doing it that you see out there having success. You just need to believe in yourself, be coachable, listen to what people are telling you is working, and do it. Not care what people are going to say about you, because it doesn't matter. Like, you got to do it for you and your family, and be consistent and keep showing up. And the vanity metrics, like, don't let that deter you from what you're doing. Even if you're posting, like, switch up what you're posting, but you got to keep going, and you will find something that's working for you. And the more authentic you can be with it, the better. Like, there are people out there just like you that are going through something or having challenges that you have a solution to. And so it's almost a disservice if you're not out there sharing it and how you can help other people. So I would just say, ignore the views and all the vanity metrics, keep going and be consistent, be coachable. And you got to just believe that it's happening for you. Like, every day, if you're just saying, like, it's coming. Success is coming. Success is coming. Like, it's happening for me. Even if you don't see it yet, like, you just never know. Like, I kind of said that at the beginning. Like, that's been me since January. There hasn't been any like massive transformation. And all of a sudden, May, we're just like, our life right now is completely different. Like, it's me and my sister are both just like, this is insane. So you got to keep going, because if you stop, like, you could be 2 days away from something really popping off and your whole life changing, because we're like one video, one person away from doing something really big and changing your life. So you can do it here. If other people can do it here, you can do it here. Like, we're just regular people. So
totally. I love that. Perfect way to kick off a Monday, kick off the week, get inspired to take action and to keep going. And ultimately, we got to believe in ourselves, and we got to be open to share ourselves, because many of us, if we're showing our face on camera, we're building a personal brand, guys. So you gotta put yourself out there a little bit. Thank you so much, Haley, for coming on. We got to have you back. So keep us posted on your progress, and hopefully we'll have you back soon in the next few months.
I hope so. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
My pleasure. All right, everyone, you can go follow Haley on TikTok and Instagram at Make Money with Haley. Haley is spelled Hayley. Make Money with Haley on TikTok and Instagram. Another amazing episode. We are back tomorrow with, once again, another guest. I believe we're over 700 interviews at this point of students that have come through Legendary and built an amazing digital marketing business. It's just more proof in the pudding, as my mom would say, to just keep going, keep learning, and apply. As always, stay legendary, everyone. Peace.